Welcome to the Mad Now basis, where procrastination is our nation and the curvature of the earth is optional. In this video, will begin a series that will be the subject of a long-term project of this channel. We shall be exploring public transit solutions in Lebanon. I will come out with a video detailing the steps and sections of this project that we will be undertaking. In this video, we will be making a public transit simulator that applies to buses, trains, trams, etc. But before we begin such a feat, I will have a Google Forms link in the description so that you can put forward your suggestions for the video. Everyone's opinion shall be given a chance, but I will have veto power over any decisions on this channel unless suggestions get popular. In that case, I may consider it if I haven't already. All the work related to this channel shall be in the description so that you can help in the effort to redesign our streets and make our cities more livable. Now that we're done with all the introductions, we shall start writing the code. So first thing we'll have to do is so first thing we'll have to do is outline the different sections. So the import, first we'll have the import, then we'll have a section for all the initializations. Then we'll have a section for all the stop numbers. Then we'll have then we'll have a section for the stop names. Then we shall need a section for the routes. And then we'll need a section for the runs, and then we'll need a section for the route simulator, right? Okay, so we're going to start with the initializations. So we're going to have we're going to initialize the passengers variable to 0. And we're going to tote passengers. Then we're going to initialize it to 0. Honors, initialize to 0. Offers, initialize to 0. Then we're going to have the stop numbers equals. Then we're going to write a random number, so 1000. We're going to call it stop 1. Then we're going to have 1001 stop 2. Okay. Then we're going to have a third stop. We're going to call it stop 3. Okay. And for the stop names, we're going to do the same thing we did for the stop numbers, but the inverse. So the start is the same. So we have a variable called stop names, and then it's going to be equal to we're going to open the brackets, and then it's going to be stop 1, and then it becomes 1000. It corresponds. Okay. So stop 2 would equal 1002. Don't forget the commas. Never forget the commas. This would be 1001. And then stop 3 would be 1002. Okay. Now you're gonna want the routes. So you want route 1 equals. I'm a bit thirsty. Okay. Route 1. So you open these types of brackets, and then you do without. No, that's outside the brackets. So 1,000. Then you have 1,001, 1,002. So what this does is that it scrolls through 1,000 and 1,001 and 1,002. If I want it, if uh, if stop if stop 2 came before stop 1, I would put so I would put 1,001, then 1,000. It doesn't really have to be in order. It can be 1,001, 1,000, 1,002, or I can have some random numbers here, and it'll still work. But for the purposes of simplicity, we'll keep it like this. And then for this section runs, it'll be the amount of times the specific bus or train or van or public transit vehicle takes in a day. Okay, so let's make a dictionary. So these things that we've made here are called dictionaries. So runs, let's put 1. So root 1. So 1 will correspond to root 1. And it will be, let's say 1 for now. We just want to run it one time. Okay? So now that we're done with all that, let's define the first root, R1, and then let's initialize the 0 tote passengers equals 0. And then we're gonna have to open our first for loop for I in range run of 1. So what this does is that it does the for loop. This for loop runs, simulates the amount of runs that the bus does, and then the next for loop makes it so we can incorporate the amount of stops. Loop 1. Okay. So this runs the program once, and this cycles this for loop for the amount of stops that the root has. Okay. So first we're gonna print. So first we're gonna print the stop number. Then we're gonna print stop number. Then we're gonna print the stop names. So stop numbers print stop names, and stop names print stop numbers. So stop numbers translate stop numbers into stop names, and stop names translate stop names into stop numbers. So yeah, we're gonna have to put an root 1 I, because you want it to scroll. So the I is for this I. So this I and this specifically this I. So scroll through it, and then okay. So now we're gonna want honors equals random.randint 0 and 10. Now this comes up because we haven't imported the random library. So let's just do that right now. And this is still here. So now it turned beigeish because we haven't used it yet. So we're gonna print honors and then people got on, and then offers equals random.randint 0 and 5, and then print offers people got off. Right? Then you have the passengers equals, so passengers is the amount of passengers on the bus currently. So here we'll have passengers. Let's see. So passengers equals honors. Owners. Oh, nice. It's called honors plus offers. No, honors minus offers plus the initial passengers. Okay, now we print passengers on the bus. Okay, then the final variable we'll need is total passengers equals honors plus total passengers. So total passengers is just the sum of all the honors, but you can't really do that in Python. Python or in any real coding thing. And if I just use the honors variable, it'll so if I do this, honors equals honors plus honors, right? This will work. So it'll add the new honors equals the new honors plus the old honors equals the new honors. So that really doesn't work in practice because I'm using the honors variable for other means. So I make a total passengers variable. So total passengers is the total amount of passengers, and then I print total passengers. So there. I'm gonna indent it so that it prints at the end and not continues to print. So now we're gonna run the program. So we're gonna run the program with 1,000. But stop 1,000. Stop 1. See this. This is a problem. Okay. This is a problem. We'll have to figure out so look, physically no one can get off at the first stop. So physically no one can get off at the first stop of a route, right? You get off after. So at the first stop, it's so at the first stop, the one person got off, but 0 people got on. Therefore, there are -1 people on the bus. Therefore, there is no driver because that's the only person who was on the bus. So how people got on at stop 2, I do not know. Okay, so later, to solve this conundrum, we can. Okay, so here, what the problem is these different stuff are used for different types of routes. So for now, we only have one route. So let's make another section under runs called honors. So honors would be, so we can move the honor, whatever. We don't need to initialize it. We don't need to move it here. So do I have it uppercase? No. I'll just make a uppercase honors, and then so for 1,000, let's say it can be 10. For 1,001, it can be 5. So I forgot to put the commas, so it won't really register at the moment. Let's see. And then let's say 3 here. Right, and we replace this. We replace the maximum. So this would entail the maximum. Right? Okay. So honors. So honors of root. So root 1 and then I. That would do that, and then so now offers equals. Now we make a new dictionary. At stop number 1,000, no one can get off. No one can get off at the moment. 0 people can get off. 0 people can get off for route 1. Should be for route 1. No one can get off. Whatever. I don't have one route at the moment. So 1,001. Let's put let's say 5, and 1,002. Let's say let's say 10. No. Let's say 3. Okay. Let's put the commas and replace the 5 with the maximum. Okay, so offers. So offers of root 1, then we'll put an I, and it should work. We shouldn't get that problem anymore. Okay, 0 people got off. Let's try again. So R1, R1. -2 people got off the bus. How did -2 people? See, also this. Also this. This is also a problem I'll fix in the next video. I don't feel like it, but we could just, yeah, I'm gonna fix it in the next video. I'm gonna try to fix it in my free time, and then show you what I came up with later. But for now, it works. So 3 total people got on. Let's try changing the runs to something bigger. So R1. So it's the so let's go here. R1. Okay, let's try it. 246 people are on the bus, are taking the bus. Somehow there's 123 people on the bus. That's a very cramped bus. Yeah. But shouldn't it initialize every time it gets out of this? So I think I should. Okay. Okay. So this is a way to simulate buses and trains and different types of public transit in Python, in code, in whatever. You can translate this into different languages and different coding languages. Yes, there are some drawbacks that we need to take into account, but everything can be fixed. But the fact that it's dictionary based makes it easier than most things to fix. So I'll see you in the next video. This has been the Madhina Bases. You have procrastinated into our nation, and the curvature of the earth is indeed optional.